yo, I'm proud of you. Like, you're really good at what you do. Like, keep pushing. Like that hits home. Like, I be wanting to cry. Like, wow. Like, not only is you think my work is that good, like you're really here sitting here like supporting me. So yeah, it feels good. Like I'm still young, so I feel like I'm getting there. Like I'm slowly but surely seeing the life I want to live.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Kel's Big Little World. For our new listeners over on this channel, I'm Kel, and I interview guests from all around the world to explore their beliefs, careers, and day-to-day life, all to reveal that we're united in something greater, a shared journey through this big little world we call home. Today, we'll be talking to a young man who's brave enough to show the world his perspective through his own lens. Many people say life is full of beautiful moments. Remember them. Well, I'm elated to announce that our upcoming guest has dedicated his craft to capturing the moments of every great moment. Whether it be school clubs, athletics, concerts, and more, he's there to share the moment with the world. With that being said, let's welcome our upcoming guest, Dacarion Cheatem. Dacarion Cheatem is an up-and-coming photographer and videographer with his own brand called PovDc. He attends one of the top schools in the city of Detroit called Tech High School, where his brand took off. His work quickly grew in demand, and he now shoots Detroit artists, sports games, local events, and does creative private shoots as well. His unique and creative shooting style makes his work impossible to replicate and truly display the action going on in a shot. Dacarion is not just a photographer, but he should be renowned as an artist and a storyteller. Okay, so let's start to get to know, the man behind the lens. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Dacarion. I'm from Detroit. I run a page, PovDc. I met Kelly at school, but yeah, like I've been doing photography before about no, I started in March, so almost like 10 months now, almost 10 months. But it's been a really, really long journey. But yeah, I'm excited to talk about it.
So, what started like the idea to get into photography and get into art?
See, I don't know. I don't want to sound conceited, but I feel like I've always felt like I was special, especially when it comes to art and shit. Oh, stuff. Sorry. When it comes to art, like I always wanted to do graffiti. I always wanted to take pictures. I always wanted to make music. It's just okay. I can't lie. Like music and photography, it just always felt right. Just like art, like it always felt right. It's no way. It's no other universe where I wouldn't be doing art or chasing my dreams somehow, some way. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I do all type. Like if you see all around my room, it's graffiti all over my walls, like all that. So yeah.
So, growing up, did your like parents or like your friends like see how interested you were in art and kind of like support that drive?
Oh yeah, my mom for sure. She go hard about like me drawing and stuff. Cause I don't like to draw. I don't like to be told what to do. So that's why I don't take art classes. I don't take painting classes. So it's literally from day one. Like what her vision of me was drawing in basketball. You know what I mean? But I kind of went a different way. But yeah, she's been really supportive of my art. Said I should draw more, all that. But like every time I switch paths, she's always very supportive. Like I really love her for that. Like I got to tell her that later today because like life as a creative sometimes it's not fun because I'm like, oh, I gotta make music, oh, I gotta take pictures, oh, I gotta do this. Oh, now I like Pokemon cards. Oh, now I like graffiti. Like it's just so much going on. And she's always here, take this, get this money, go buy what you want. You know what I mean? Like she's been like that even since I was way younger. So I really appreciate her for that one.
So, what did it look like from your first, or the transition from your first shoot to like how you shoot now and your events?
Mm-hmm. It was definitely an experience. Like my first shoot. Wait, was that a question? Because I
Hmm.
can go off that right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so my first shoot, shout out Logan, shout out Robert. Robert's one of my best friends. His birthday was yesterday, actually. Love Robert, love Logan. So Logan was the first person to like actually support my business and pay me for like my work. Mind you, like that was my first gig ever. This was like, I don't know. But you know Ayana. I took the picture of Ayana like March or like April or May, and I got the booking off that picture. She told me. So I took that picture and I had my first shoot in a DIA. We almost got kicked out. Oh my God. Like, so basically, yeah, they don't want you to take pictures. You have to like, hold on. You have to get a what is it? I forgot what they said. You gotta request the time, basically, like about the security didn't want to kick you out and all that. So we had to make that work. Mind you, I wasn't that advanced with my camera yet. Plus, that was the first camera I got too. So I'm like, oh my God. But the pictures aren't really that bad. I didn't know how to edit. But yeah, and then also, mind you, it was like 20 degrees outside. Literally, we were all in hoodies. We were freezing. My best friend Robert gave her his coat. Like, we were just taking pictures. Like, that's kind of when I knew, like, oh, I can do this. Like, and she tipped us. I don't really like to talk money, but like that shoot, she gave me like 170. And to do what I love, like, not only am I doing what I love, I had fun doing it. So I got $170 for taking pictures. And then also, what I haven't told anybody else publicly is that Robert came home with me and we sat there for hours, editing photos on our phone because I don't know how to use my MacBook yet. I don't know how to edit. So we did everything on our phone. Like, that's something I'm going to tell our kids. Like, you feel me? Like, that was a real experience. Shout out Robert, man. That's my boy.
So what editing like software and kind of like equipment do you use now?
The same thing. Like, okay, when I say this, people look at me so sideways. Everybody spending $30 on Lightroom, Photoshop, all that, bro. I use the photo app in my MacBook and I do everything. Like, it don't matter what platform you use, you just gotta know how to use it. Like, that's what everything. If you know how to use it and perfect your craft, you're gonna be good. Like, I learned how to color grade on there. I learned how to do everything on there versus paying money. I'm gonna learn eventually, but I don't know. I'm kind of sticking with what I'm used to right now.
Was it a lot of just experimenting, or did you do a lot of research on like YouTube or any like videos?
It definitely depends because I have a really bad like attention span. I have ADD, so it's like I don't want to watch nobody talk for 30 minutes. So that's why I kind of feel like my style of photography and like videography is so different because I don't sit in the house and research all day. I go figure it out myself. Like, you're gonna get different results if you do it yourself. You know what I mean? But that's not to say I'm not on Instagram or YouTube looking up. Shout out my homie Matt. He really helped me a lot. My homegirl Zah, she helped me a lot when I was in the beginning too. It was more so people than videos. But yes, yeah, you just gotta really get your feet in the mud, like feet in the dirt. Really actually get out there and work, and you'll figure stuff out in your own way too.
Your style is really like different and unique from other, photographers or videographers, especially in Detroit. What made you go that route and be, stand out?
I always been kind of weird. I feel like people don't know that, like, because I always portray or people think I'm so like popular or whatever, but I'm like a weirdo, like, to be honest. So it's like I always seen and I always like comprehend things a different way. Like, I don't know. And also, I always had pride in this, even since I was like 10. Like, I always wanted to be different. Like, I'm doing it my way. I'm not looking at somebody else like, oh, I gotta get my photography like his. No, I'm making it mine. I'm perfecting my craft in my eyes, not in nobody else's eyes. It's just that so happily people just like it too. You know what I mean? So
When did you feel like I'm not going to use the word popular, but started to get well known and you got more bookings? When did you feel like I made it, I'm actually successful?
I feel like that's how people go broke. You never made it. You know what I mean? Like, you were never on because it all can change in one day. One thing about photography is that it's very, very seasonal. Like, prom season last year, I made so much money. But like, I'll say like September to January, it's like I got bookings, of course, but it's like so dry. Like, I was doing something every day during from May to the summer, May to August, literally a photo shoot every day or every week. But not, it just goes and goes. You kind of got to find your way. And also for me, what I like to do, I like to do sport. I like to do basketball. I like to do concerts. And concerts, some concerts are 21 plus, or you got to have an ID and stuff like that. I missed the show last night for some of my homies who was performing. I couldn't go because I wasn't 21. And then basketball, I don't know. I don't really have the right equipment yet, but I'm working towards it though. But yeah, it's real seasonal. And people are real stingy with their money. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to explain this because a lot of rappers in like the Detroit underground are a little bougie or like a little like stuck up. But like the same time you spent in the studio making that song is the same time I'm sitting on my couch editing these pictures for all night long, all day long. You get me? Like, people forget that this might even be harder than being a rapper.
Mm.
Like, I don't know. It's a lot that goes into it. I feel like people don't respect it. Like, what I want to use my platform for is to make people respect my craft. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely not easy.
What are some things that go unnoticed about like your craft and just the things that people really don't understand about what you do?
Mm. I feel like my creativity, like I feel like people see it, but you don't really see it for what it is because I never post the unedited pictures. If you were to see the unedited pictures versus the edited pictures, it's like, whoa, like you did that, or like I did that, like it's crazy. I can send you some like unedited versus edited pictures if you want.
Of course, yeah. Because people, especially like when you're on like social media, so like the before and after, they don't see the time. They just see simply the before
Yeah,
and after.
yeah, for sure.
So why do you think like your pictures and what you do is powerful? Like how do you think it helps the world?
I'm not sure how it helps, but I enjoy. No, I take that back. I enjoy making people feel seen. Like
Mm.
I'm so glad you asked me to do this. I've been wanting to talk about this for so long. Like I was telling somebody, like if you come to a football game in Detroit, it's 100 photographers up there. Roll the dice out there. Athlon, prep, basketball too. They're all there. But think about it. Who there at the Prism meetings, the LGBTQ meetings? Who there at the tennis games? Who there at the golf games? Me. I'm there. I'm making sure everybody is seen. Like I want you to be seen. Like you know what I mean? I don't know. Everybody want to be on camera. It's just not people that play football or basketball or whatever the case might be. I mean, I'll be there too taking pictures, but I want everybody to have their own opportunity. Like I took pictures for the tennis team last year, Fashion Society last year. Like I just want everybody to be seen. Like I'm not only am I pushing out my own vision, I'm pushing their vision too through like good photography.
What are the benefits of like being, I guess, the go-to cameraman in your city, in your school, and your like your friend group?
It feels good, because like all of my close friends are funny, so they all play around a lot. But when they actually sit down, like, yo, I'm proud of you, like you're really good at what you do, like keep pushing, like that hits home. Like I be wanting to cry, like wow, like not only is you think my work is that good, like you're really here sitting here like supporting me. So yeah, it feels good. Like
What are
I
some
feel like I'm still, I'm still young, so I feel like I'm getting there. Like I'm slowly but surely seeing the life I want to live through my like passion. You know what I mean?
do you have like a plan or like an end game for what you want your photography to look like, whether it be like your own business, working for somebody? What do you want to do with it?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. My plan has always been like, okay, I don't know how to explain this in words. Remember how I was talking about music and stuff like that? Like, I just want to wake up and somebody text me like, photo shoot today at 3. You got an interview at 6. Like, I want to live like that. Like, I want to do everything I love and get paid for it. Like, I love
Mm.
to skate, art. I love to take pictures, obviously, videos. Like, I like to stream and stuff like that. Like, I just want to have a bunch of incomes for doing everything I love. Like, I truly enjoy just doing what I love. I don't want to work for nobody. I haven't worked a job since I was in 11th grade or 10th grade. Like, I don't want to work for nobody. I want to work for myself. And then, yeah, I don't want to work for no business or no classification. Like, yeah, in Detroit, I want to walk in the room and it'd be like, oh, there go DC, there go PovDc, not there go XYZ Wood, XYZ Corporation. Like, no, I want to be me. So that's for the future. I don't know. I just want to expand my business. I want to be like low key in music. And I feel like photography can get me there. Not only do I want to make music myself, I want to take pictures of people performing. Also sports too. I feel very inclined to sports because I grew up playing sports. So
Why do you think it's important to like work for yourself rather than working for somebody else?
I mean, I'm not sure. But I feel like if that's what you want to do, you should go work for somebody else. But like I said, I don't want to be seen as a group. Or if I'm seen as a group, I want it to be me and my guys, like us getting rich. I don't want to just work under somebody. I want to. This might sound cocky, but I want to be the man. I want to be the one calling the shots, and you know what I mean. And I
Mm-hmm.
feel like I really can take my skills and do that. So I don't know. Some photographers have more like what's the word? How do I say this? Like more professional, cleaner work. But I feel like with the work I have, experimental, like I'm doing a lot of stuff that people haven't seen before. So I feel like I can make my own lane. I don't want to fall into somebody else's lane. You feel me?
Right.
It's already what a photographer. It's already like, you know what I mean? So, or really clear photographers. I want to do my own thing. I'm not saying my work isn't. I'm not saying I couldn't work a wedding or I couldn't make it clear, but you know what I mean. Like,
How do you think like art and design is going to change for the upcoming generation versus how it is now?
I feel like, ev- like art wise, everything changes every 5 to 10 years automatically. But also, it also depends where you put yourself at. Like, if you're going around school, let's just say musically, if you're going around school, ask people what their favorite artist is, Lil Baby, Lil Durk, stuff like that. But if you put yourself in a different environment, you'll hear different names. And I feel like that's prevalent in every medium of art. Like your different spaces respect different people. You know, I don't want to say like, oh, you're not hip or you only mess with the popular people. It's more to go into that. But yeah, it really just depends who you surround yourself with. But no matter what, I always been the type of person to like stand on what I believe in, especially when it comes to art, music. My friends, you can ask any, they hate the music I listen to, except for Jabril. They hate the music I listen to. Only thing they like with my art is my graffiti and then my pictures. Like when it comes to art and like when it comes to music and things like that, they're like, no, I hate your music. You know what I mean? But I don't care. I'm gonna still stay 10 toes and put out what I want to put out or listen to what I want to listen to. So it's like just be the best version of you. Don't try to be the best version of somebody else.
So what goes behind the scenes work? What goes all into like the shoots from the beginning to the end? What does that look like?
I'll say normally we get there and I'm scoping the scene. Like I'm looking for different like spots or whatever. Especially if it's like an outdoor impromptu shoot, like, oh, that's fire. We gotta come back. Boom, boom, boom. And then I get a few pictures. I'm like, okay, stay right here, stay right here, stay right here, stay right here. But also people don't notice. I kind of like modeling myself. So when it comes to my close friends, like all of my close friends, like my friend Jabril, Robert, all of them, they all know how to use the camera. Like I feel like that's another thing I'm putting out into the universe. I'm teaching people how to use it. My nephew know how, like my 8-year-old nephew know how to use the camera. But like after I take a few of them, I'm like, take some of me. Like if you notice, all my pictures on my Instagram page are all professional. I don't post phone pictures because I taught everybody around me how to use a camera. Like so, I feel like depending on if I'm getting paid or not,
Mm.
but it's like but if it's just me and my friends, I'm like taking my picture. But if I'm getting paid, it go a lot differently. Like I'm just making sure I take a bunch of pictures because I mean it comes with a lot of it. Like some of the pictures are bad. Like just like how rappers make some bad songs. So I'm taking as much as I can so I can get as much good ones out of it.
Like who are some of the people like you aspire to be like as far as whether it be art, whether it be photography, just in general? Like who are your role models that you look up to? Like okay, this is what I want to do.
Mm, I'm trying to think. That's a good question. I don't think I feel like I'm my own role model. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You can't. I feel like if you aspire to be somebody else, you're missing out on what you could have been. Like
Mm.
I was explaining this to my friend yesterday. Even if his favorite artist is a person named Can Can, right? So even if we tried to make music like Can Can, it would still be us. Like it's still a whole different genre because it's us. Like you can't follow in somebody else's footsteps. You got to make your own way.
What steps would you give to somebody who aspired? Well, first of all, there's a lot of photographers and all of that at CAS. Do you ever
But
feel like
shout
you're
out,
competing?
never that. But shout out, see him. He just got his camera. He's actually really good. Because I don't want him to think I'm talking about him. Because I love you, bro. You're fired. But people, I feel like I'm walking around seeing a bunch of people with cameras. It's just like, bro, last year, none of y'all was here. Like, none of y'all was here. Like, but listen though, I'm never the type to be like, oh, or to be jealous or they trying to take my spot. I know who I am.
Right.
I know who I am. I know who I'm always gonna be. So that don't matter to me.
So, what steps would you give to somebody who's trying to be like successful or trying to just get into photography in general?
In Detroit or at our school.
In
Or
Detroit.
talk to me. Like I feel like I can really help people. Like I want to be that person that elevates people. Like I'm not about to just be like me and my homies get on. No. If you were a young photographer, a young videographer, and you want to get more opportunities, talk to me. Like I can help you. Like for real, for real. But also in that same right, do you find what you want to do? Like you don't have to just be a wedding photographer or a sports photographer. My two specialties are nowhere near each other. Sports specifically basketball, and concerts. Like those are in two different realms, but that's what I like to do. Find what you like to do.
Hmm.
Please yourself. Don't please anybody else.
I like that. So one of the questions I ask all of my guests that come on my show, when did you realize that the world was smaller than you thought?
Mm. Okay, I got a story actually. So basically, I have a friend. He had a party over the summer, and we took pictures as usual or whatever because the sunset was really pretty. And I had posted a picture to this artist. Like he's a little bit underground, but he's popping though. Like he's pretty famous. So yeah, I posted a picture to his song in August. Probably 3 months later, I got his phone number. Like I know the dude, and I'm taking his pictures like constantly. So that's when it's like, wow, like this is real life. Like, and then for one of my last shows, I was on the stage. Like I'm gonna say some names. Like who's up there? YBN Lil Bro, Gmo Stacks. People from Detroit don't know who this is. Doug Harden was up there. One Up T. Uh, like, it was a lot of popular people up there. Mendax, if y'all know what that is. There was a lot of people up there. So I feel like the more I push forward, the more I get into the environments I want. But yeah, that's small. Like now it's small. Cause you only one performance away from me, somebody you just was listening to posting pictures to their songs.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like that's deep. Like that's real life deep. And what a span of 3 months, I was taking his pictures. I don't know. Life is crazy.
It's unexpected.
Yeah, very.
So I'm about to ask you to finish off. We can do a little segment of this or that. I'm gonna ask you some lightning round questions. So yeah. First question: film or take pictures at a concert or a game?
Concert.
Landscape. You said what?
So much more going on with the lights and whatnot.
Landscape or portrait?
Depends, but portrait.
Black and white or color?
Color. Black and white is terrible.
Video or pictures?
Ooh, that's a good one. I don't know. Skip.
Never record again or never have your camera stop recording?
Never have my camera stop recording. So I feel like my life is very interesting.
Indoor or outdoor shoots?
Ooh, outdoor for sure.
Nikon or Canon?
Team Canon all the way. Like no question.
Pose or candid?
Candid. I feel like people always hate their pictures when they're smiling and whatnot or off guard, but those be the best pictures because you're not faking for the camera.
And natural light or flash?
Depends, but I flash.
And if you had to give up one piece of if you had to give up one piece of equipment that you can never get back, whether it be editing, something actually like physically for a camera, what would you give up?
Probably my old camera. I'm thinking about giving it to my nephew anyway. Birthday up. He like taking pictures too. He only 8. By the time he's my age, in 10 years, he gonna be better than me. Like, see, it's the gift that keeps giving. Like, I want to pass my art along. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Any last words you want to say? Any shout outs you want to give?
Follow me on Instagram, PovDc. Follow my other pages as well. People don't be following my other page. Like I don't got 2 pages. It's DUHCARION. But yes, I really appreciate this. Thank you so much. Wait, hold on. Pause. Is this gonna be? Is it gonna be like on streaming services or what?
Yeah, it's gonna be available on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify, and hopefully YouTube.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay. I was so glad to talk about this stuff. Thank you.
Well, there you have it. Inside the mind of the man behind the lens. Thank you guys so much for listening. And again, a special thank you to our guests. See you guys next week. Bye.